Then we were discussing text 2, but I did not read the whole text 2. What I'll do is I'll conclude text 2 today, and then we'll continue text 3 next week. So I'll read from where I stopped last time. Shri Bhagavan Vacha Kutastakasmalam Visame Samupasthitam Anarya Swargam Kirti Karam Arjuna. Translation purport given by His Divine Guru Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, "My dear Arjuna, how have these impurities come upon you? They are not at all befitting a man who knows the value of life. They lead not to higher planets but to infamy." So, in the Bhagavatam, there is a list of many incarnations of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This is a purport which I am reading. But Krishna is described as the original personality of Godhead from whom many incarnations and personalities of Godhead expand. Ete chamsa kala pumsam Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. Indrari Vyakulam Lokam Hridayanti Yuge Yuge. All the lists of the incarnations of Godhead submitted herewith are either plenary expansions or parts of the plenary expansions of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead Himself. Therefore, Krishna is the original Supreme Personality of Godhead, the absolute truth, the source of both the Super Soul and the impersonal Brahman. In the presence of Supreme Personality of Godhead, Arjuna's lamentation, this is important, please hear this attentively. In the presence of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Arjuna's lamentation for his kinsman is certainly unbecoming. And therefore, Krishna expressed his surprise with the word Kuta, where from. Such impurities were never expected from a person belonging to the civilized class men known as Aryans. Aryans means powerful personalities. The word Aryan is applicable to person who know the value of life and have a civilization based on spiritual realization. That means they are self-realized personalities. Person who are led by the material conception of life do not know the aim of life. Aim of life is realization of the absolute truth, Vishnu or Bhagavan. And they are captivated by the external feature of this material. They are captivated by the external features of the material world, and therefore they do not know what liberation is. Persons who have no knowledge of liberation from material bondage are called non-Aryans. Although Arjuna was a Kshatriya, he was deviating from his prescribed duties by declining to fight. This act of cowardice is described as befitting the non-Aryan. Such deviation from duty does not help one in progress of spiritual life, nor does it even give one the opportunity to become famous in this world. Lord Krishna did not approve the so-called compassion of Arjuna for his kinsmen. ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकधामह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वञ्चाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपसिन्धुभ्येव च पतितनां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानन्द श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिव श्री गौरभक्तवृन्द हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे मुखम करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंकायते गिरं यत्कृपा तमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरु विनोधारिणम् हरे कृष्ण. This is an interesting junction which we are discussing right now. This is a moment where Lord began reciprocating. That means Lord began speaking. It's interesting. Kutasto kasmalamidam visame samupastitam. Anarya justam asvargam akirtikaram Arjuna. Arjuna, what are you doing? Anarya. Persons who do not know the value of life. Arya means person who knows the value of life. Anarya means opposite of that. No, who knows the value of life? That's the question. Who knows the value of life? Who comes in the association of pure devotees? They know the value of life. Unless and until a sadhaka comes to that kind of association, he will not know the value of life. I'll give an example. Sanatan Goswami was actually doing his service. There's a thief which comes. And then the thief begin asking, can you give me the precious thing which you have? He says, I have one thing I can give. Okay, give me that. No, he did not give the most precious thing. He gave the precious thing because that is what he asked. Give me the precious thing. He did not ask for most. So the moment he asked that, he says, oh, you know what? Then you go there in that dustbin, you have a touchstone. You take that. That is a precious thing. And then the thief would go and take the touchstone and then he's going back. And then while going back, he's thinking, Arey, if it is really precious, then why did he kept in the trash bag? Why is it there in the trash can? I started thinking about it. That means if this is precious, which he kept in trash can, he might have so many precious things, more precious than this, in his other room or somewhere else. Or he's hiding those things. Because nobody will give precious things just like that in an open dustbin. That's a good understanding. Through that understanding, he goes there. He starts asking. He starts repeating whatever he heard in his mind, whatever he was thinking. Then Sanatana Goswami says, oh, okay, okay, this is good. But I will give you the most precious thing only when you do this. What was that? Then he says that you should throw this thing first. Then I'll give you that. What did he say? You should throw this first. Then he goes and then he throws in the Ganges, the touchstone. Then he comes and tells, you know what is the most precious than this? Then he says, you chant Hare Krishna. Then he gave the truth, the absolute truth, the realization, the conviction. He gave that. The association. The thief is no longer a thief, become a devotee. What happened? Association. Anarya became Arya. Anarya, Anarya justom asvargam. Akirtivaram Arjuna. Akirtikaram Arjuna. Oh, Krishna is telling you, you're speaking like an Anarya. I told you to kill, but you're not killing. What's the problem? Why are you in so much grief? That's your duty, you should do that. Please understand here. No, Arjuna is going through a life and death situation. That's why if you actually see, this Bhagavad Gita is for those personalities who are really aspiring. What is this life? Why am I here? What is the purpose? Should I just take care of my children? Is that my life is? Or should I just work? Is that my life is? What's more is there for me? What's in for me? No purpose is when one chants Hare Krishna with the right consciousness, right mentality, or right everything, then he will realize his identity, spiritual identity in the spiritual world. I mean, this will give that much. Today I do not experience that. What is the problem? Why am I not experiencing that? Why am I unable to do that? Why am I unable to take that? If we have that kind of attitude, that kind of mentality, that kind of desire, that kind of utsaha, nischaya, dhairya, tat karma pavartana, that kind of attitude when we have, then the doors to the spiritual consciousness will be opened up. Because the chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra is also done at different levels, different grades. Now, for example, the same scenario which Arjuna is going through right now. For example, if Arjuna is not actually feeling that grief, if Arjuna is feeling light, that's okay. Okay, Krishna is telling me to fight. If he's not taking fully to the heart, do you think he'll get that grief? No. If he's taking lightly, if he's taking normally, it's okay. You do this, you do that. But no, what is he doing? He's taking with complete with the heart. His mentality is what? I should really do this. But I'm unable to do this. And he gives various reasons for that. Still is unable to do this. He's quoting from the scriptures also. Still is unable to do this. He's quoting on a selfless platform. Still is unable to do this. Yes, he's on a selfless platform. How do we know that he's on a selfless platform? He's not looking for name and fame. He's not looking for money. He's not looking for kingdom. Is it not a selfless man? Yes, it is selfless, but still his heart is not accepting. Dear devotees, it's an interesting notion to think. And if Arjuna heart is not reciprocating when he is on a selfless plane, a sadhaka, conditioned sadhaka, who is not in that selfless one, will he be able to express that or release that? Will he be able to understand the process of Krishna consciousness? Oh, and that person cannot understand. How can we understand? That is called as anarya. Anarya justam asvargam. Anarya justam practiced by asvargam, which does not lead to higher planets. That will not lead to higher planets. Then what is sadhaka should always aspire for higher consciousness. The sadhaka should take the examples of the acharyas. Sadhaka should meditate the life of the acharyas, Srila Prabhupada, pure souls, pure devotees, should meditate. Our spiritual masters should meditate their life. Because their life is open slate. If you see the life of Srila Prabhupada, no matter what difficulty came in his life, he never gave it up. He never gave up. Prabhupada was not going, oh, let me go to South Africa tour, or let me go to Australia tour, or let me go to Dubai. Oh, Dubai is great. Let me go and see all those places in Dubai. Wow, I have this, let me go there, let me go here. It's practicing only. But what is the attitude in the background? Let me enjoy. Let me have some fun. No, Krishna will fulfill that also. But to fulfill the real need of the soul is postponed. But did what is any actions which we do in our life, any action, it will get a result. It will definitely get a result. That means you did an action, you get a reaction for that. One action is there, another action is coming for that through reaction. Because if the state of consciousness is not in a pure plane, that's what Krishna is mentioning. Anarya justam asvargam akirtim karam Arjuna. This is not right consciousness. That is why Arjuna is hearing Gita. Because Arjuna is going through a difficult state. Our acharyas tell that it is an arrangement of the Lord. Yes, it is an arrangement of the Lord. But is that not a difficult state? It is a difficult state. So likewise, dear devotees, by the arrangement of the material nature, we also get difficult states. Because through our karmic reactions. Or when those difficult states are coming, if you are not responding to the way how Arjuna responded, That means we are postponing our bhakti. For example, there are no difficult states because they have a lot of punya, pious credits. Through impious credits will not come. The papa credits will not come because punya period is going on. Na? For some people, punya period will go until they leave the body. And for that personalities, what do? If they're very sincerely practicing, they're using their time nicely, then Krishna will personally intervene into their life. And then he will ensure that that sadhaka progresses. As for that to happen, the sadhaka has to be pure. For that pure, he should take pure association. It's a very clear indication. See, dear devotee, it's a clean fact. If a sadhaka, this is what Prabhupada says in the preface of Gita, if the sadhaka doesn't cultivate the consciousness of Arjuna, which he is cultivating right now, one cannot progress in Krishna consciousness. That means one will not understand what's happening outside after this. That means he can know the verses, he can know the slokas, but he will not get the essence. The essence will be missed. Why? Because he is not hearing with right or proper attitude. Because it is important. Hearing with a proper and right attitude, right mentality, right spirit is so important in one's life. Now, Arjuna can say so many things here. Arjuna can repeat. Arjuna can tell, oh, this is not right, that this is right. That's what he did in chapter 1. That is why after repeating that only, now he came to a conclusion that, oh, somehow I cannot come out of this. No, sadhaka should also come to this state. Please understand. That is why we are discussing this sloka. Now, here before this, Prabhupada was mentioning about the glories of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Ete tam sakala pumsam Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. Krishna is the source of everyone. Hmm? All the incarnations are coming from Krishna only, but he is the root of everyone. But Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He himself. Hridayanti Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. Now, on one side, Prabhupada is actually establishing that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. No one should be clear with that also. One shouldn't have any other doubts. Even after coming to the process, if a sadhaka has a doubt that is Krishna really the Supreme Personality of Godhead, or Vishnu the Supreme, or or someone else is Supreme, or is Shiva is Supreme, if a person is in a dilemma, not fixing that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, that is also another problem. So one should correct that problem. We discussed about that last week, right? Last time. So when on one side one should be convinced that Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead, and on the other side one should understand. On the other side, one should understand how important this is also. What is this? Coming to that state of what Arjuna is carrying in this particular shloka. That means he's not seeing anything else. He's not seeing, he doesn't have any other hope. This is the only hope. This is the only shelter. That means for us also in our life, one should come to this state that only Krishna consciousness is everything. I do not have any other, I don't see any other solution in this world. For example, there are difficult, I do not see any solutions for that. I see this only as the solution. If a sadhaka comes to that state, then his understanding of next slokas will be beneficial. Otherwise, he cannot understand. He might hear. Understanding means what I'm trying to say is actually putting in application. For example, if I hear, I forget also. Sarvasya cham Vedi sannivishto matta smritir gnanam apohanam cha. Vedesha sarvam ahameva vedanta kritva videva cha. Krishna is telling, I will give you knowledge, I will give you realized knowledge, I will give you forgetfulness also. It depends on the sadhaka's desire. Just like Arjuna's desire here is what? Arjuna is submitting to the Lord. As per his desire, Krishna is speaking. Actually, Krishna is speaking to Arjuna only. Please understand here. He's not speaking to anyone else. He's speaking to Arjuna. He's not speaking to Duryodhana. He's not speaking to somebody else. That means if the Lord is speaking to Arjuna, that means if Arjuna is understanding means, just like Srila Prabhupada tells, right? If a sadhaka has that attitude, that spirit of what Arjuna is carrying, then he can also understand this. Now, this is a secret Srila Prabhupada is actually revealing in the preface of the Gita. Now, when that is revealed in the sadhaka's heart, it's clear. What is that clarity? Are these problems cannot be mitigated by my own endeavor. Higher power should help me. By the mercy of my spiritual master, by the mercy of acharyas, by the mercy of the Lord. They only can remove this. I myself, I cannot remove this. If the sadhaka comes to this state, or this is the greatest state. But to come to this state also is a difficult state. It's not easy. Especially people going through pious credits. Staying in America is what? Staying in America is going through, or we are actually uh, burning our punya. Because you have pious credits. Through that pious credits, one will get entrance into America. Why? To relax, to let loose, to be happy, to be relaxed in the relaxed mode. So you see the weather, everything is congenial, the temperature, everything is great, no pollution, roads are clean, this, that, so many other things. So these are all benefits. What are these things? Pious credits. When pious things are going on, then hearing in this state is difficult. It's not easy. Oh, कृष्ण के पास आए तो सभी छोड़ना है क्या? These questions will come. Oh, Krishna means, oh, surrender only, yeah. No surrender, no devotion. That is what Krishna is telling. That's what Arjuna did. He submitted. We did not go to that shloka. It's shloka number 7. Karpanyadosha pahata sabha. Because Arjuna is submitting now. Now, after the submission, whatever he's hearing is goes in the heart. Likewise, if the hearers are not submitting, if we are not submitting, then what happens? Then the truth will not go in the heart. Then the truth will be on the surface level. Please understand this, dear devotees. Dear devotees, this is important. If we desire that truth should go in the heart, then we need to have a good attitude. That attitude can be cultivated today also. Oh, one time Prabhupada was being asked, Swamiji, oh, you said, oh, in this very lifetime one can go back home, back to Godhead. That is what I heard. But Swamiji, we committed a lot of sinful activities. Do you think we can go in this lifetime? Prabhupada said, oh, in this very moment you can. In this very lifetime, yes, you can. And he says, Swamiji, if we surrender, then will it work? Will all our papa karma be gone? Prabhupada says that in one moment everything is gone. But for that you need to come to that state. That's what Srila Prabhupada said. They started asking Swamiji, is it okay? Is it possible for us to come to that state today? Prabhupada said, not today. In this moment also you come to that. You can come to that state. It depends on your desire. Then Prabhupada said, are you not hearing? Are you not reading my books? Are you not hearing properly? What did he say? Sarvadharma, what did Krishna say? Sarvadharmat parityajat mamekam sharanam vraja aham tam swarupapibham mokshayashami ma shuchaha. Oh, this state I should come. At least I should come to this state. But let me submit, let me submit. At least if we have a desire in this lifetime or after 1 year, after 2 years, or in the next lifetime, we will come to that state. But that state has to come. Oh, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is very merciful. Sankirtana images there. It's a beautiful. You see all this Sankirtan party. What are they doing? They're chanting Hare Krishna with what? Pure devotion. With what? Beautiful relationships, loving relationships. That's what they're doing. They're not hankering for anything else. They just want to do that. So that is what we should aspire. What should we aspire? We should aspire for this pure devotion. Because that's what Arjuna will come to that state now. That means if a sadhaka is also coming to that state, then he will understand Gita nicely. That's why, dear devotees, when a sadhaka comes and then hears Bhagavad Gita for the first time, he'll get one kind of understanding. When he submits more, then he'll get another kind of understanding. When he'll submit more, then he'll get more understanding. Then he's fully surrender when he reads again, then he'll get more deeper understandings. Thus means the Lord is reciprocating according to our actions, according to our desires. Hare Krishna. So we should think about this, dear devotees. So I think I'll conclude now. It's interesting. Please think about this. How our attitude, our consciousness has to be dovetailed. How we should hear, how we should understand the truth. What kind of consciousness Arjuna is hearing. Hmm? It's important. When we understand that, we'll be grateful. Then that gratitude will come. Oh, yes, I should submit. I should be grateful. It's interesting because Arjuna was in that state only. Arjuna was so deeply absorbed that all chapter one, he was speaking, but he was not adding Krishna to that. That's why there is grief in his heart. But the moment Krishna came, Karpanya dosha pahata swabhava. After that, within moment, he understood everything. That is the beauty of this process. That's what Srila Prabhupada says. The beauty in process taking of Krishna consciousness depends on how the hearer is actually taking the instructions. It depends on the attitude of the hearer. Hare Krishna. I'll stop here. Anyone has any questions? Would like to add anything? Like to ask? Hare Krishna. Based on what we discussed today, and we'll continue from Shloka 3 next week. Hare Hare Krishna. If no one has any questions or anything to add, we'll stop here. Thank you all very much. If I spoke anything wrong, if I caused an inconvenience to you, please excuse me. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. This is Amrita Mani Devidasi from
Hare
Augusta,
Krishna.
Georgia.
Please
Uh,
tell them.
Beautifully explained, Prabhuji. Beautifully. I hope it goes to the heart. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Amma, you are from Cincinnati, right?
No, I'm from Augusta, Georgia. I have seen you in New
You
Brindavan many
Vrindavan. Right,
times.
right. Because I was able to hear your voice. Can you switch on your face? Because I'm thinking whether that is yes. Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. You are in
Pranam, Prabhuji.
Cincinnati before, right? Before you are
Hanji?
in Cincinnati. You are in Cincinnati before, many years back, right?
No, no, no. We have been different states, but not in Cincinnati. We always came from
Right.
Augusta, Georgia.
Because I saw you multiple times at New Vrindavan. So
Yes, Prabhuji. People
how is
thought
your
we
health,
live.
Amma?
People
How
thought
is
we
your
lived
health?
there.
Yes. Just by that voice and that name, I could remember that is you. So thank
Very
you.
nice, very nice lecture, Prabhuji. Very
Hare
nice.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you all very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Oh, oh, I think Prabhuji left. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Oh, I think Prabhu left. All right. Hare Krishna. वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। जय। शिला प्रभुपाद की जय। जय। हिज ग्रेस नील माधव प्रभु जी की जय। धन्यवाद। प्रणाम एवरीवन। हरि बोल।